Not hear my voice, my youngster. I am more constant than the sun rising and setting, closer than your own breath, and closer than the pulse in your wrist. I have stood quietly by your side, in rooms where no one else could see your terrors, and I have walked with you through valleys you believed would kill you. However, I can assure you that none of those terrors were in vain. Heaven itself has reached close to collect the sound of your moans. When words failed you and every drop has been tallied and every anguish quantified, I am aware of the burden that has been placed on your chest. This is who you are. I recognize the voice that spoke to you in the night. You will only ever be this. There won't be any changes. Nothing will ever be alive again. Those comments seem like shackles, wrapping around your hope, slicing into you. You thought this must be the last chapter, as you saw doors that slammed shut, relationships that fell apart, and possibilities that passed you by. This must be it, however. I tell you, listen to me with your soul's ears, that I alone have the last say in your life, not the adversary, not your history, not even the most regrettable blunders. Voices outside the authority of heaven have informed you that you are finished. People who haven't seen the whole tale of your heart have called you unworthy. Shadows that shudder as my light chimes have informed you too late. Now, however, I can tell you with certainty that I am the Alpha and the Omega. It is I who determines the end, and I am the beginning. Angels are still watching over you. You have sensed some, but not all of them. My angels repelled forces that attempted to pull you further down, as despair threatened to suffocate you in the darkness. They supported you and prevented you from giving into the weight of your sorrow. When you felt like you were alone, keep in mind that heaven has defended you several times. While you were unaware of it, the adversary has muttered that your life's narrative is tragic, beloved. He wants you to think that. The reason I have forgotten you is because of ruined relationships, betrayed trust, and aspirations that fell through your fingers. If disappointment is your name, he wants you to wear it. However, I refer to you by a different name. I refer to you as selected. I refer to you as my beloved. I refer to you as restored. My child, walk boldly in faith and love with your super Thanksgiving $2. Let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the super Thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace now. And listen to this message further. Can anything that has been thrown away ever come back to life? I know you're wondering, is it possible for anything deemed dead to breathe again? And yeah, I tell you, in addition to cemeteries, I am the God of resurrection in lives, vocations, hearts, and even relationships that appeared to broken to mend. Let me be clear though, not all relationships will be repaired. Not all doors will be opened again. because certain relationships may ruin your future if they were to be resurrected. Some folks departed because their time in your tale was coming to an end. Don't fight me to keep what I've already made available. Don't mistake my number for the enemy's steel. To save you, I eliminate certain stuff. I cut certain ties to safeguard your future. The adversary wants you caught up in false romantic relationships, sidetracked by lies, and bound to painful cycles that pass for solace. I'm warning you now to protect your heart. Because of this, be cautious about who you provide access to. Words that seem lovely, but lack soul should not entice you. The scent of paradise is not there. In every voice that says, I love you. If you would listen, the angels I have placed at your side will offer you insight as danger is imminent. They will poke you, worrying your soul, and surround you as you move in accordance with my desire. I am your shepherd in addition to your savior. If you want to follow, I'll guide you. When you stray, I will reprimand you. Not because I like punishment, but because I won't allow you to fall into enemy-made traps. Compromise maturity is what the world will call it. The world will refer to resentment as knowledge. However, I refer to truth as freedom and purity as power. Your heart is tired of waiting, darling. You felt left behind as you watched others advance. You have carried unanswered prayers, and ponder if you would ever hear from me again. But pay careful attention. Absence is not the same as quiet. Rejection is not silence. Being silent is not a punishment. I have been laying the groundwork for my next move. During the quiet, I have been preparing the ground for the seed of resurrection. In the quiet, you have to realize that I cannot speed the work I am doing. In your life, I operate in accordance with eternity, not impatience unlike your society, which worships speed and conflate urgency with significance. The things I am giving birth to in you are too holy to be treated carelessly and too valuable to be rushed. You wouldn't be blessed if I gave you everything you asked for. Instead, you would be crushed. You have been concealed, child. Even if you have believed that you have been abandoned, concealed behind my wing, beneath the celestial canopy, hidden for safety, not punishment, because it will take strength you didn't have before. I disclose what I have planted in you, and that strength is increasing today. Your roots are now well ingrained. The adversary is afraid of who you are becoming. That explains why there have been more assaults, damaged relationships, and mental disorientation. However, battle is not the same as defeat. The storm's ferocity is proof of the richness that is inside you. My angels fight for you. They defeat invisible forces. When despair is at its worst, they provide messages to keep you going. Is there a stirring inside of you? That silent unwillingness to give up hope completely. That is my spirit breathing inside of you. Not simply your tenacity, That is the start of resurrection. There is yet more to the tale. I'm still holding the pen. Now I address the disgrace you bear. You have regretfully reenacted choices, statements, and roots taken. If only I had done differently. You've told yourself, one wish I had known better. I wish I had been more powerful. However, I will tell you now, you are defined by my blood, my love, and my decision to choose you, not by your if-onlys. My kindness has more power than any error. My grace is more powerful than any failing. Listen, your past does not have to dictate your future. I dispel the myth that you are stuck. Every link that seeks to tie you to yesterday is severed by me. Step ahead, I urge, for the adversary would keep you repeating the same regrets till your hope fades. Raise your gaze, allow me to reveal what is ahead now. Write in the comments, my story is not over. Let this statement become your soul's song when you connect your voice with the truth of heaven. Angels rejoice. The days ahead won't be without challenges. My darling, I won't guarantee you a storm-free existence, since storms bolster what sunlight can. Relationships will put your loyalty to the test at times when you will be let down by those you love, and your trust will be strained. Don't let treachery surprise you. When you are rejected, don't give up. Did they not turn me away as well? Did they not kiss me too? To betray me, however, I assure you that I shall turn away from the enemy's malicious intent. Every weapon designed to harm you will fall short. You will be shaped by every plan intended to break you. My angels will accompany you through all of your upcoming hardships. They will protect you throughout temptation-filled evenings. When shame attempts to lower your head, they will raise it. They will murmur, choose life. Choose light, choose truth. As they stand at the doorway of each choice, I am rewriting your tale, beloved. The ink of heaven is still pouring. A precursor to grandeur is emerging from what others have labeled as definitive. I'm putting a garden where you thought you saw a tomb. I'm constructing the foundation for a home of hope. Where you thought you saw ruins, remain close to me, keep my voice from being drowned out by the din of this world. You are mine, the whisper that has never ceased to speak will be heard if you turn your ear. You have been selected, you're not done yet. I am aware of how meticulously you have taught yourself to live with pieces, my darling, to manage survival like if it were the totality of life, to carry a grin while your soul hurts, to construct a kind of strength out of incomplete fragments. However, you weren't created to live half-life. You were never meant to accept a resilience that only covers up sorrow instead of addressing it. The God of bits is not me. I am the God who collects the broken pieces, restores the broken to wholeness, and reaches down to pick up what others have thrown away and declare it beautiful. I can still see that you have kept your voice down. because you believe that expressing your desire would simply make you feel let down. Your desire, however, is a melody that moves heaven. Kate, even your silent screams are carried to my throne by the angels who surround you and hear your peaceful sorrow. My forbearance is not the same as neglect. Don't think that my quiet means that I've abandoned you. Sometimes the language of preparation is silence. I am not apathetic when I seem still. What you cannot yet see, I am weaving, sculpting and moving. Your narrative doesn't stop with the weight you feel at night pushing on your chest. Prior to a breakthrough, there is pressure. Waters that had seemed to be stagnant are being stirred by my spirit, not only the bones of long-buried dreams, but also the bones of your identity and aspects of yourself that you believed were lost forever are being breathed over by me. Pay close attention, dear. You are not who disappointment claims you are. Betrayal is not who you say you are. You are not the one who yells remorse. I own you. You have been selected. You are a shining example. I am aware of your dread of disappointment. I am aware that you are hesitant to think that you may be restored, since it is risky to believe, while your wounds are still open. But when all the evidence points to the contrary, what is faith if not trust? Tension is the birthplace of faith. Ease is not its foundation. It is created at the intersection of light and shadow. Your trust has not been in vain. I assure you, every little glimmer of optimism has been seen. All shaky prayers have been gathered, even the ones that seemed feeble and unsure. Even if it seems little, do not hate the glimmer of hope that exists within of you. I can breathe with only a flash. It just takes a flicker to turn into flame. Are you forgetting? I will not put out a blazing candle or crush the wounded reed. I deem holy what others have disregarded or written off as weakness. I see a religion that has survived the fire and is still alive, whereas you see it barely surviving. I have sent angels to protect what's still living inside you, my dear. They keep an eye on your waning hope. They take up residence around your tired heart. They protect you from conflicts fought in the unseen that you were unaware of. Some of the weight you experienced was not yours. Rather, it was the result of a battle that my angels had stopped for you. Heaven has battled for you, as shown by the fact that you are still here, breathing and daring to reach for me despite my doubts. Yes, there are difficulty, patterns that you are still unable to identify, cycles that seem to recur in loneliness, trust, and relationships. However, I am not a God who leaves you in endless cycles. I interrupt cycles, I break binding patterns. Where history attempted to repeat itself, I broke the bonds of generations and wrote new lines. It is not necessary to be afraid of being stuck in the past or the failures of others, not only for you but through you. I, the God, create everything fresh. Your future will not be defined by the bad things that happened in the past, since I am aware of how profoundly people's wounds have wounded you. I now address your relationships. It has seemed like a betrayal of the foundation. When trust has been shattered, you're left wondering whether you're even worthy of being loved after a love that became chilly. However, remember that the inability of people to properly love you does not prove that you are unlovable. They demonstrate human weakness, not your value. You are neither too little to be appreciated, nor too big to be loved. Your value has never been determined by someone else's capacity to retain you. It has always been established by my unwavering dedication, my blood and the cross. My kid, keep your heart safe, since I don't send every connection. Some arrive with the intention of distracting, deceiving, or dressing in what seems to be love, but is really empty. You have cried over doors that I shut. I was protecting you, even if you believed I was punishing you. I was saving your soul from a destiny that would have broken it. I understand that sometimes the pain of loss is too much to bear, but please don't open what I have closed. Don't steal my number for theft from the adversary. I break some relationships because I have a clearer vision of the future than you do. However, don't assume that loneliness is your lot. I'm not mean. I understand your desire for friendships that last through storms, for love that never betrays, and for company that represents paradise. What I offer you won't fall apart in your hands. I promise the adversary cannot take what I provide. My spirit, not ephemeral feelings, will be the foundation of the connections I ordain and the love I plan for you. The relationships I place in your way will be protected by angels themselves, but let me be sufficient for you. In the meanwhile, allow me to demonstrate what it feels like to be completely protected, cherished, and known in my arms. You're never really alone. Heaven is filled with witnesses who will make your case. Even if you are sitting in quiet and the room seems empty, when you speak my name, angels lean so near you don't realize how close I am. Closer than breath, closer than thinking. Loved one, don't flee your suffering. I'll go inside. Give me access to the parts of your grief that you keep hidden even from yourself. You won't be left in the dark by me. I won't chastise you for being tired. If all you feel is weakness, I won't expect you to be strong. Those who perform are not given my strength. It is bestowed to those who only accept it, even if it's only in the stillness of your heart. Raise your quivering hands and allow me to meet you there. There will be testing in the future. I won't tell you lies. Relationships will be put to the test. Treachery will occur once again, and the world will mutter that you have been forgotten. However, my spirit will be much more audible inside you. My angels will continue to fight for you. Because I have summoned you to rise, you will not perish. and you will ascend. You'll be able to tell the real thing from the fake. Voices that flatter, but do not anchor, will no longer be pursued. You will stop wasting your tears on those who didn't deserve them. Rather, you will walk with insight and clarity that come from being close to me. Since you already know love himself, you will be able to recognize love when it arises. I see the bravery required to regain trust. I understand how expensive it is to mend a wounded heart. But believe me when I say that I won't put you at unnecessary danger. I won't allow you to be destroyed by your weakness. Heaven keeps a record of every time you have decided to hold on to hope when despair appeared more secure. You have always synchronized with the exact pulse of resurrection. Whenever you have let me inside your heart, rather than hardening it, resurrection, my darling, is a life I instill in you. It is not a tale you read even now. That is taking place in the quiet, in the pain, in the little times when you decide to persevere. I'm not done with you yet. They're continuing, writing the tale that others said was closed. And I use everlasting ink when I write right now. Write in the comments I receive restoration. Declare that paradise is already coming to pass. Not just a desire. Align your voice with what I've promised. When you let it go, angels will resound it. Can you see, kid? Even today, hope is not gone. Heaven's air is still flowing through your lungs. Even today, where it seemed eternally black, light is beginning to emerge. Remain steady, remain close, because what is about to happen will not only make up for what was lost, but it will also show me who you have always been. Therefore, when I call you selected, my darling, don't consider yourself completed. When I call you whole, don't call yourself broken. I have clothed you with hope, so do not for a moment think that despair is your birthright. In addition to walking into your sorrow, I have altered the narrative that attempted to define you. I will raise what others have buried. I will restore what was lost. I shall speak alive once more about what was proclaimed. Finished, look up, kid. The darkness does not last forever. Already the horizon is being pressed. By the morning the scene squandered will blossom. We'll restore what feels abandoned. My angels are already clearing the way ahead of you, defending the portals I will open, and engaging in conflicts you haven't yet seen. Now trust me with all you have, everything you fear and everything you are. Have faith in me for both your successes and your setbacks, with your sorrows as well as your pleasures, because I will weave every tear, every scar, and every piece into a testament of beauty that the world will be unable to ignore. Your narrative doesn't stop here. Endings bow here in preparation for resurrection. At this point, melody breaks the stillness. You recall who you are and whose you are, here now with all the power of heaven. I declare to you, you are mine. You are cherished, you're not done yet. you're getting up. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification